Terps, but he stepped up against Marquette on Saturday. Not much of a score. He's more of a funky start to tonight. Here we go.
On the point into the corner with Andre Mills to Darius Adams. Back over to Mills, a floater. He can't get it to go as the shot clock expires. Works on Mason So. Finds a teammate in Mills. His left wing Trey. Short rebound goes to Xavier Lipscomb. Another board. This time it's tipped away to Maryland.
We saw Maryland struggle in the rebounding game against Marquette. Coach Buzz saying they're flat out bad at it, but here we go.
And a three-pointer for in College Station last season, but comes over from Texas A&M and brings that toughness with him.
Bring in the toughness, but also that glue guy mentality. He's been very reliable.
That's a switch on to Alston and moves it around. And it goes out of bounds. Exhibition games. Coit. Step back three-pointer from the right side. It's short. Up for grabs and back up to Lipscomb. Bounce pass to Duveau. And can't get it to drop. Force on the perimeter too. That step back shot we just saw goes short as he drops in the first free throw. But Coit, you mentioned the 19-point coaching change there in Louisiana, and Queens benefited. Here in the full court press, it's a steal and a layup that goes to Justin Amati after his trip. Alston to Adams. Gets the switch to Keys. Gets the contact and the foul.
Shooting numbers to start the season. Only 2 of 18 from the three-point line, but 82% from the free throw line coming in.
Making 1 of every 3 shots overall as they'll split them. The only Mountaineer with Power 4 experience. Rosaceus. Back up to Keys. His right wing three-pointers. Good. From Cordoba, Spain, some 3,800 miles away from home. To Elijah Saunders. Right-handed finish is good, and the foul.
Out when he's trying to work in that philosophy, and mostly because he's trying to figure out who can match it with all these guys being new, playing together.
Keys, a handoff to an Africa program. Now he's with Mount St. Mary's. Off the inbound, here's Maryland. Isaiah Watts, right elbow jumper, it drops.
We see a little step back jag from Watts.
Both teams shooting 3 of 9 out of the gates. Lipscomb on the right side.
It's per game in 35 minutes of action. He plays a lot, and he's yet to come out here tonight.
Mills into the paint and gets it to full. Takes it. Here's Diggy Coit. In transition, they'll slow it down. Saunders down low. Ended up retiring, but he says that him and Buzz Williams have so much in common because there's such an emphasis on men before players to try and develop. Is at Watts. Here's the Washington State transfer. Cross court to Alston, his right wing three-pointer, it's good. Mills, baseline, a handoff to Metcalf. It's up for McKeldin. Tries to get to Amati, he just tips it. So, to Rosaceus, right wing triple is short and goes to Alex Alston with the McKeldin. Coit brings a double team all the way in the corner to Haig. Rosaceus, another three-point try. That one falls. Mini scoring run for Mount St. Mary's. They have each the last 6 points. Layup from Saunders doesn't fall. Adams somehow gets the rebound. And Adams, another great hustle play. This one goes to Isaiah Watts on a 3-on-3. Diggy Coit, right wing three-pointer, drops. Keys has Maryland 3 threes. And Mount St. Mary's wants another. It's good with Divo. Pass and screen for Adams, frees him open for a right wing triple. It's short. Metcalf's in a perfect position for a tip-in. It doesn't.
But ever since he's come back in, he's making nice plays there, even if that didn't fall.
Deveau, double team, doesn't matter. Gets a right-handed layup to fall. Mentioned the 5 straight points that he has as Mount St. Mary's retakes the lead. Soft layup from Darius Adams. And fun team under Donnie Lind, he was telling us during this week. That's his leader right there, Xavier Lipscomb. He finds with Rosaceus, whose 3 goes in and out. Cross court to Keys. Now inside to Deveau. Off the back of the... Rosaceus inside to McKeldin. Spins baseline and gets the layup to drop. Points. Half of those points coming from the free throw line. Now a 3rd free throw make. It's just putting up more shots than the opposition. But he said after that Marquette win that Maryland was almost too reliant on free throw makes, as Adams has Watts thinks about a three. Sent pass it to the left block with Saunders, who's fouled quickly by Keys. Saunders back at the line and makes the first. Free throws in each of their first 4 games.
Shot a lot too, went 23 of 27 against.
Saunders on the offensive end after the defensive steal. He goes defense to offense for 2.
Far with a huge recruit coming to Maryland next season, the 16-year-old.
Ready on Orlando's Keys. So he's gonna get checked out of the game for Patrick Finney Center. Adams drops the second one in. There could be teammates at the Xfinity Center. It's a 4-point Maryland lead. Patrick Haig, 1 second on the shot clock, just puts anything up, but it doesn't hit rim. Piece it back out to Watts. He'll try a long 3-pointer. It doesn't hit anything. To Lipscomb. Thinks about another 3, but his feet came off the ground. No points in the last 3 minutes for either side. Coit to Saunders. He looks to end it, and he does. It's 7. McKeldin. Left-handed layup drops in, so the Mountain Amadi back to Haig. He's their 3-point shooter. So back to Amadi. Rosakeas. One drops short again, as much as 7 in this first frame of play. Coit, a mid-range shot. It drops down again. 2-for-1 opportunity here if Mount St. Mary's moves. Game clock is 7 seconds behind the shot clock. McKeldin puts up the layup, and it's first half. Adams, already 8 free throw attempts, and on his 9th, that's him changing addition in the transfer portal too, as he has 3 free throws, makes the second. Adams makes all 3, he's up to 11. Terps now go from right to left. It's in the hands of Andre Mills into Diggy Coit. Coit tries a 3-pointer out of the break and gets it to fall. Yeah, it was Maryland who made a second half comeback as Amadi misses the shot, gets his own rebound, and gets it to fall on the second chance opportunity. London 4 for the Mount. Coit picks up his dribble and finds it with Mills. Into the paint, nice move, nice finish, and the foul. Adams into the corner with Saunders. He'll try another 3. Too strong. Off a bounce it goes. 3rd against a Power 4 opponent. Has lost to West Virginia and Cincinnati. That 3 though for Mason So is pure. Experience on this team. A graduate who played at Kansas. Has over 1,300. It's all about Buzz's assistant, Steve Roccaforte. He sold Coit on Buzz's vision. His new. He puts Maryland back up by double digits. Keys to McKeldin and gets it over Darius Adams. That's on Saturday at Marquette. With Coit, another step back. Straight away 3-pointer, you bet.
Can't leave him open for that long or he's gonna make you pay. Here he is doing it again.
18 points for Diggy. He's got a 2-on-1 break. Running with Saunders. Passes it up, but stolen away by Lipscomb. So Larda's Keys, a long 3-pointer. Short, Amadi almost has the putback line. Transfer who was with Tulsa last season. James Madison for 3 years before that. Gets into the paint. Left-handed finish, no. Rebound to Watts, and he moves up with it. Coit on a 2-on-1 to Mills, the 2-handed flush. Another steal for the Terps. Adams comes up with it. Here's a 3-on-1 break. Watts to Saunders, he goes for the 3-point land. Watts has the long rebound. Here's Isaiah. Right-handed finish is swatted away by Keys. Glass. Second chance opportunity created with the ball to Isaiah Watts. Spin move on DeVoe. Goes into the paint and he's fouled.
A style with his old school philosophy of physicality and grunt work, rebounds, all of it.
Picks up his dribble, finds Lipscomb with 5 on the shot clock. Bounce pass to DeVoe, he's got to get something up. And they'll just get fouled by Alex Alston. So spin move on Saunders, walks the baseline, finds a teammate in DeVoe, gets the layup and the foul. Pretty pass goes from So to DeVoe, and he makes the free throw. DeVoe goes cross court to Lipscomb. Launches a 3 and it drops down. So on an island with Watts, now gets a teammate in Amadi. DeVoe, left corner 3-pointer in front of his own bench. Over to So, he's alone on the right side. Gets Mills in the air. Has a teammate in Diop. Here's a 7-footer. His left hand. Offensive rebound goes with Metcalf. Maryland tries again with Mills. That layup gets up, but off a few tips. Blocks to Maryland's 0. So, over to DeVoe. Spin move on Saunders. Right-handed finish is good. Big Ten not named the Wisconsin Badgers. Mills makes the second one. Up to 8 points.
Looked him right in the face and said, "We need you."
Adams has 11 points across 23 minutes. A 3 from Lipscomb. That one's good. And St. Mary's looking for its first lead since the 6-minute mark in the first half. Saunders can't help pulled away in the second. What does the Mount have to say about that? Xavier Linscomb to Mason So, his 3-pointer, in and out. Rebound to Amadi. Waite's got a game-high 18. He hands it off to Darius Adams. There's the freshman. Left-handed layup is no good. But stop.
He's doing this now. Just think when he puts a little more muscle on and he boasts his confidence even more.
Understanding how physical the Big Ten can be. Still a non-conference play, of course. Maryland with Buzz Williams, but Payne out for this game after an injury against Marquette on Saturday. 3-pointer from Keys. That one's good. And we're tied at 50.
Care of it as well.
Mount St. Mary's team fresh off an appearance in the NCAA tournament last year, and Keys with a huge season. 8 points to 5 rebounds. Another 3 from Keys, he can't miss.
Silencing the student section, doing it as well.
Now down by 4. Saunders a layup, but he travels 6 of its last 8. Coit makes it another miss. Rebound goes to Mount St. Mary's on a 2-on-2 break. DeVoe into the paint. Takes the contact, no. Gives it to Watts, left wing 3-pointer. It's in and out, but what about the tip to Coit? His straightaway 3, yes!
Got to get it to one possession.
That's the lead to 3. McKeldin into the paint. Left-handed layup, no. Isaiah
Now.
almost had it taken away, but Coit gets off the deflection. Coit tries another, a heat check 3, yes! Can't poke it away from Keys. Gets it over to Lipscomb. Tipped out by Metcalf. Amadi puts up the shot. No. Rebound goes to Darius. Coit in the act of shooting. 2 shots for Coit, and he makes the first one, making 5 for 5 from the line. Maryland team. And nearly 100 games of college experience. Make him 6 for 6 from the line today.
Make that in.
Men's basketball program. Mason So, back over to Xavier Lipscomb. He'll try a straightaway triple, and that's silence. So, to Amadi, blocked away by Metcalf. Gets the rebound, and his second chance bucket drops down. It's because of Diggy Coit right now. Into the hands of Andre Mills, though. Tries to finish with the left, no. Scores. Here's Xavier Lipscomb. Goes down the left wing. Reverse has the handoff to Amadi. Amadi and Lipscomb watching everywhere he goes. Now Adams will try a 3-pointer. The freshman is just short. DeVoe skies paint and passes it out to So. So to McKeldin, another handoff to the point guard. Here's So. Layup. Screen from Saunders. The Maryland down by 5. Coit. Stutter steps. Right-handed layup. No. But Maryland.
But he'll tally on more free throws.
How about Diggy Coit? 11 inches shorter than Luke McKeldin. New Jersey native Coit makes both of them. One of the prettiest shots on this around Xfinity Center to its feet. Lipscomb onto the low block, tipped away by Watts. And they're gonna point Mount free throw in the second as well, but the rebound to Mills. Kick out to Watts, his 3-pointer. Yes! Lipscomb, cross court to DeVoe. Walks the baseline, back out to Lipscomb. A 3 in front of his own bench, he drains it. Darius to Watts. Takes it into the paint himself. Left-handed layup, his short rebound goes to Trader. He had that 4-point play. First free throw is good.
Taste something special.
Mason So, the transfer from UNC Greensboro, is perfect, quicker than the game clock. Coit needs a quick layup, gets it, and the foul! Coit, first Terp with 30 since Derek Queen against Michigan in that Big Ten semifinal loss at Xfinity Center, but they need Terp fans to get loud. Keys is cool in the moment. Up to on the inbound, gets it to Coit. 10 seconds on the clock, the 3-pointer is up, and it's good! Hold on to your seats, grab your crab fries at 77.